With Talandra, we've had a lot of issues with Throne of Liberty. There's been a bunch of bugs, glitches, crashes, all of the stuff. And the biggest, newest thing that we had was a bug or an exploit in Dimensional Trials that a lot of players have been using. And Throne of Liberty had a hot fix fixing some of these issues, but the rewards and the things gained are still there. I want to kind of discuss today what Throne of Liberty has been doing with all of these bugs and exploits and why the way they've been handling it has not really been good at all. So yesterday they said they were performing a maintenance at April 3rd at 10:30 p.m. They were gonna resolve some issues with the Dimensional Trials, which was basically the exploit where you could stand far away and hit the boss and basically just complete harder and harder trials to get a bunch of runes and rewards, right? So they had a downtime of 2 hours. If the players don't know, there was 3 Dimensional Trial dungeons, which was these ones. So you had the Rancor Wood, you had the Halls of Strategy, and you had Chapel of Madness. In all of these dungeons, you will see there's a bunch of people that have did those in high level. I even did it on the first one, which was the Rancor Wood. I made a video on this. But people did this exploit so they could get better rewards, right, inside the game. So basically how it worked was you could get higher achievement rewards for the season, and you get a bunch of runes. And you did this by just standing very far away, so you had range gear. It was possible in all those 3 dungeons. We hit the boss couldn't do anything to you. You could just clear it very easily, right? And people got a bunch of rewards out of this. But the way they did this is they fixed the bug now, so you cannot do this anymore. They added like walls and stuff, and the boss resets much easier if you pull it far away. However, the rewards that people have gained from this, they already have, right? The season rankings rewards, the achievement rewards, and even the leaderboards. They didn't even bother resetting the leaderboards, which is crazy to me. Now, what I like, the problem with AGS has been that this has been a big issue. There's been bugs and glitches, and people have gotten rewarded for using these bugs and glitches. You had the same with when people were cheating on the sieges, using exploits on siege. You were getting thousands of loot cents worth real money, and the AGS would just fix those bugs but wouldn't hand any punishment. So what AGS have basically been doing for most of the exploits is just rewarding cheaters and not banning. So what I would really wish to see, especially from this exploit, because it's so early in Talandra, is at least give a 3-day ban. Like I would even take a 3-day ban for doing the exploit on the first boss. I don't mind at all. And compensate the fair players and the people that haven't used the exploit. And a very simple way to do this, because all you have to do is you go to the ranking right here. You would just award people 15,000 points for the 3 dungeons, right? So it would be per this is what basically you will do. You just do 15,000 plus 3 dungeons. So we give them 45,000 so they can get all of these runes. It's a very simple fix. That way you will compensate them, and they would just reset the leaderboards. Instead of just rewarding the people that use the exploits and cheats and bugs and stuff in the game, you should at least give it to the people that haven't been doing this, right? Now, I want to really talk about like Dimensional Trials itself, because everybody hates Dimensional Trials and hate the rune system. And for me, like, I don't mind farming up to 15. I love like difficult content or PvE content in games, and love grinding towards it. But farming tier 5 with these new dungeons, especially for new players, is really difficult, and you kind of have to farm a T4 or T5 to get epic runes. With the new rune system changes, you can actually farm lower levels, but you will just get pities, and you will be able to level it up. It'll be very slow, right? So you kind of want to farm tier 4 and 5. Previously, it was really easy. The tier dungeons or tier 5 dungeons were that hard, but now they're extremely hard. And the reason for them being so hard is because you nerfed Deadly Marker, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong, but because of the nerf, the Dimensional Trials have become so much harder, right? So you haven't really like made adjustments to the game accordingly with your nerfs and changes. And they've been doing this a lot. Usually when they change big things, they usually forget to change other things. So people are looking for exploits and bugs continuously. Even now, even after they fixed it, I know a lot of players are still looking for exploits and stuff because the content, they feel like, is too hard to grind or farm, right? While I was making the video, I was like, why not just check if people have found a new exploit? And guess what? Like I said, people already found a new exploit on this new dungeon. The credit is to Polyniasha Guides. I'll be posting his channel below. But he found this new exploit that you can use in Halls of Strategy. That's what I'm basically talking about, man. People are just going to keep finding new exploits if you don't do anything, if you don't compensate properly or punish properly or don't fix your dungeons properly. This is what's going to keep happening. And I can feel it, especially as a new player or beginner player trying to get into the game and try to farm. It is probably almost impossible to farm, and these things need to be farmed like hundreds of these to upgrade your runes, right? So I would wish they would do a little better job in fixing these exploits, but also punishing, but also rewarding people that are playing fair if there are exploits like this that show up, right? The second thing I want to talk about today is mastery compensation. Now, if you guys don't know, on certain servers there was some mastery compensation that people have showed me, and I've gotten aware of, which is certain servers, not only on these servers, but mainly on these two servers. You have Judgment and Rebellion. Receive 59 mastery points instead of 80 for weapons that were level 20 before Talandre, right? So a lot of people had these issues and they try to compensate players. But if you didn't get compensated, you would have gotten the compensation from this, right? So what do you think? Now, they did compensate the people that had level 20 weapons, and they actually double compensated them, which makes no sense. So if you had a level 20, we have a thread right here that I want to show you guys. If you had a level 20 mastery, you got compensated, right? So here it says if you had one level 20 mastery, you got 50 million XP, 206 million. But what about the people that had below level 20? Let's say you had level 19 weapon, right? Or 19 and a half or 19.9, you got zero compensation. So they just awarded people that grinded to level 20 but forgot to give the compensation to people that have lower levels. So again, these people that are kind of new to the game, had not been grinding as much, and didn't get to level 20, did not get compensated, while the people with level 20 mastery got double compensation, so they can get insane amount of mastery levels, right, and unlock several more weapons, while people beneath it didn't get compensated. You can see it on the thread too. I've seen a lot of people sending me screenshots of this. But yeah, if you didn't have, great. I had two level 19s. I couldn't be bothered to go to level 20, so they didn't get compensated for this. So, I mean, this is a huge issue, right? Because again, they are not compensating properly. They're again giving wrong rewards. Like, this should not be happening, man. Like, it's really bad overall for the health of the game too. Like, all these bugs, all these compensations and glitches. Like, AGS has been really bad with this, but they have to, like, I know in Korea they're much better than this. They actually punish players, but in this they don't want to act when it comes to the exploits. Not the compensation. When it comes to the exploits, they did ban players and punish players in Korea, but they don't do it here because they don't want to lose population, which is completely fine. I understand you don't want to ban or punish players, but at least compensate the fair players, right? People that actually try to play, people that didn't glitch their bosses to level 10 or level 15, right? At least compensate them, and then the people that did the weapon mastery, at least compensate them properly too, instead of giving double or triple rewards, right? Because mastery is a huge thing in this game. Like, having mastery levels gives you a bunch of EXP, gives you a bunch of levels, gives you a bunch of combat power. And if you're double compensating certain players and not compensating others for the grind that they did, it's going to be a huge problem, right? But I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Like, what do you guys think about the exploits and stuff? Like, I know many of you guys use the exploit. I mean, I posted the video, and for me, it's better that everybody knows about the exploits than just certain amount of players using it, because at the end of the day, like AGS have been shown, is that they don't really care if you exploit. They will fix the exploit and they fix the bug, but they will not punish you, and they won't. They kind of encourage exploiting and using bugs in this game because you never get punished, right? And the fair players don't get compensated for this. Like, yeah, I would love to get your opinion on this and the mastery stuff too. Like, it's the mastery stuff is also really bad. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you're compensating properly, you need to, like, I understand you're completely changing the system, the weapon mastery system, and it comes to bugs and issues, but you should be able to compensate these players properly. But thank you so much for watching. Check out this video right here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.